Hi, I'm Jasmine Nicole. Welcome to the Motivational Mystic, a space for authentic, higher conscious conversations to motivate, inspire, and empower. Thanks for listening. Each week, I'll drop a new conscious raising episode. Let's dive in. We all have different abilities and motivations. Not everyone sees things the same way, and that's okay. We all have different work ethics and ways of seeing the world. You as an individual have the ability to dream. You have the power to work towards whatever your heart desires. When you're the one in the family that wants to rise to the next level, that wants to break away from the traditional ways of doing things or achieve something that's never been done before, you may face opposition. You may find family members that look at you like, who do you think you are? Or believe you're getting too big for your britches, so to speak, and feel the propensity to knock you down a notch, give you a reality check, or create unnecessary obstacles to get in your way. They are projecting their own limitations onto you, as if it's supposed to be your limitation as well. For example, you may be a person that comes from a family of poverty, and you're the first person in the family to make a way out of poverty. You've attained something that's never been done in your family before, thereby breaking ancestral cycles and elevating your bloodline to a new level. When you are the one to do that, when you are the one with that calling or favor on your life to break ancestral cycles, you are the light in a sea of darkness that will stand out, and some of your family might feel some type of way about it. They may take on a, if I can't do it, you shouldn't be able to do it either mindset, but you can. This is when using discernment becomes very important, because you have to be very mindful of those type of individuals and what you tell them and what you show them as well. Go dark. Hibernate and focus on you for a period of time when you're working on achieving something that's never been done in your family before. It's best to keep people out of your business. When you're in that hibernation period and really just focusing on getting things going, you have to use discernment in determining who you are telling your dreams or goals to if you decide to say anything at all. Because people get envious. They get jealous when they see you're surpassing and accomplishing things that would be a limitation for themselves. You are here to shake some stuff up. And it doesn't have to be in an agitating way intentionally. You just focusing on being the best version of yourself and shining your light just so happens to shake up stuff in other people. And okay. That's for them to figure out why. It has nothing to do with you. When you are breaking ancestral cycles, you can't be fazed by what your family members who haven't broken that cycle have to say or what they do. Especially if the things that they're saying and doing are in direct conflict with what you're trying to achieve. And that is when using discernment is very important. When you are the ancestral lineage breaker and breaking ancestral cycles in your bloodline, using discernment will help you become aware of the energy and actions of those around you. I'm not saying you have to be paranoid or fearful of everyone and everything around you, but you must be aware of the energy people are coming towards you with, and just in general, the energy that people are exuding. Get a feel of their sensibility, their mentality, and their energy. That's what I mean by using discernment. We've all encountered someone whose energy just seemed off, either towards us or towards a certain situation. I think at a certain level, we all have that gut instinct when you're just like, something is not right here, or something's off with this situation, you know? So discernment is very helpful in those instances because only you truly have your best interests at heart. You can't think someone else is going to have a better plan for yourself than you. Ultimately, the decision is up to you what you make of your life. Breaking ancestral cycles isn't easy. If you are the one in the family that is called to do it, and the thing about that is, you may not even be intentionally trying to break ancestral cycles in your family. You might be naturally using your God-given abilities and just living your life to the best of your ability. We're all just figuring things out each day at a time. And you just have that gift, that Midas touch, baby, that you recognize you can achieve more. And it's not like you're in competition with people. It's just the simple fact that cream rises to the top. And you might just stand out naturally or unknowingly, focusing on achieving your goals, just doing you. Living your best life, accomplishing your goals and dreams, and while doing so, you're also breaking ancestral cycles of lack and limitation. Being a lineage breaker, breaking generational curses, elevating the family lineage to a new level than what's been achieved before, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So make sure to use discernment as a tool in your arsenal in this game of life. If you were born with that gift, that call to action, then you have no choice than to answer it, right? You may come from a family of addiction, and you break that generational curse by being the first one to not develop a habit. Or even if you have fallen into addiction at one point, and you're the first one to successfully stay sober. You may be the first one in your family to graduate high school or get your college degree. Maybe you're the first one in your family to get married or become a homeowner. Whatever the case may be. These are milestones and a few examples of how you may be pushing or perpetuating your family lineage to a new level. And that's to be commended, not sabotaged. Each generation has the opportunity to advance their bloodline. We all have the opportunity to do it, but it may only be a select few people, or maybe only just you, that will actually do it. To be the ancestral cycle breaker, the lineage breaker, the one that really elevates your family name, the legacy, the bloodline, into a higher level through your own accomplishments. And again, you may not even be intentionally trying to break ancestral cycles and generational curses. However, by your very actions and plans that feel right for you to achieve and accomplish in your life, you are doing just that. It's funny because other people may notice this about you before you do. Because from your perspective, you're just doing your best, being your best, living your best life, unbothered, doing what's natural and instinctual for you. But that might be mind-blowing to other people, and they take notice. They realize something is different about you in comparison to other members of your family. They say the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? You may stand out from the crowd unknowingly and unintentionally, and maybe that is a part of your soul's purpose, one of the tasks on your life journey that you were meant to complete. Many are called, few are chosen. If you're the first to accomplish something that has never been done in the legacy of your family, it's very possible you're going to feel your family members' animosity towards you who didn't answer that call to do the same thing or have the same gifts to do so. And that's okay. That's okay. This is, again, where discernment is important because it's not wise to tell everyone your business, to tell everybody your goals. Sometimes it's best to keep a real low profile, an assessment of how much you disclose to people, because you might just be sharing your goals and your dreams with the wrong folks. You may have relatives that try to crush your dreams, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, out of envy, and put unnecessary obstacles in your way to slow you down or get you off your path, because they can't do what you are doing. To my ancestral lineage breakers out there, the chosen ones, I know you have definitely encountered people who really can't contain how they feel about you, and it may seep out in different ways. Like through certain snarky comments or aggressive tones of voice, where you can literally pick up on that person's disdain for you or your accomplishments. And you're just sitting there like, ew, what is that? So it's important to be very selective and aware of the energy people are coming towards you with, and keep people on a need-to-know basis. It's not personal, it's vibrational. And if the energy they're projecting towards you is negative, you don't need that around you. Everything isn't for everybody anyway. It's not wise to show all of your cards to people, especially when you're trying to plan and strategize things you want to achieve for yourself. Like I mentioned before, let your results speak for itself. Don't say anything to anyone until you have something to show for it. So discernment, if anything, is really a form of self-love and preservation. It's important to focus your attention on yourself and not get sidetracked by family dynamics and the dramatics that come from other people going through their own self-inflicted drama, so you can avoid being sucked into it. It's easier for some people to project their problems onto other people rather than internally look at theirself to fix it. They perceive you as being whole and get mad at you because they feel broken. You certainly don't want to get sucked into anyone's mess. You don't need to be swooped up and taken on a ride that you didn't even want to be on in the first place. It had nothing to do with you, so continue to stay out of the way, stay out of the danger zone, and focus on what's good for you and what's in your control. You may run into uncomfortable family dynamics like that when you are dismantling generational curses, when you are the ancestral cycle breaker of the family. If you are the one with the gift in the family, you are the one that just by your natural abilities are able to do more and achieve more than what's been achieved in the legacy of your family. And that's certainly not a bad thing or anything to be ashamed of. However, just be aware that some people may resent your success. Not everyone is going to be happy for you, especially if you're going further in life than they did. Maybe you are surpassing a previous accomplishment that a family member achieved, and instead of being happy for you, they're coming at you with this "who the heck do you think you are" type of energy. Don't take it personally. Just identify it for what it is, straight up hater energy, and move along. You're not thinking about anyone else as you plan out your life and achieve your goals. You just want to pursue things that interest you. I discussed in a previous episode, episode 4 to be exact, fulfilling your soul's purpose, how we are all the authors of our life story. We are all writing our own scripts, and we all have different adventures we want to go on and things we want to experience and achieve. Some people are busy writing their own life story, while others are just spectating from the sideline, trying to read your book. And in actuality, they really need to go create their own book and get up off of yours. Get up off my pages, okay? I'm occupied filling them for myself. So get your grubby little hands off my book, okay? You are the author of your life story. So focus on writing your story. Make it an interesting book, one chapter at a time. You will have chapters of happiness, sadness, love, adventure, etc. Hey, you can even include the haters in the drama chapter of your book, because life isn't devoid of drama, that's for sure. But don't entertain it. Don't engage in it. But if it comes your way, just make it a page in your book. Honestly, it's not even worth a chapter. All they get is a page, minimal attention. Focus on what fills you up and nourishes you. Treating your mind right, listening to positive stories, music, content. It's good to mix things up a bit, but be sure to incorporate positive content into your life to ease your mind and help you maintain resiliency. Resiliency is a superpower because not everyone possesses it. If you have the ability to maintain your focus despite whatever obstacles, opposition, negativity, or people who try to get in your way, you will be unstoppable because you're not easily broken or distracted. And that's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's not like you're intentionally in competition with people that come before you that accomplish things in your family line. If anything, they've laid the groundwork, they've built the foundation for you to have a step up and take it to the next level because you have an example of what's achievable, what's possible through their accomplishments because you've seen it firsthand. Essentially, metaphorically passing the baton to you so you can take it to the next level to further the family legacy. That's the sentiment a family member who set the foundation for you to excel should take from your accomplishments, but that's not always the case. You may encounter some family members that have a crabs in a barrel mentality who will do or say things to prevent you from outdoing them. Some people out there may want you to do well, but never better than them. Those people are very small-minded. It's extreme hater energy, and nobody has time for that. People can be so miserable with their lives and want you to be as miserable as them. They settle into misery, and you still have your joy and your shine. Your inner light shines bright, where theirs is dim and dull, or has been extinguished for a long time, and your light will trigger other people's darkness. And it's not like it's an ego thing where you're going around intentionally trying to shine a light on other people's darkness. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's just being a person who lives from their heart space and not controlled by your ego. Quite frankly, it's super annoying to have to deal with an egomaniac like the people who have a crabs in a barrel mentality. They're so thin-skinned and obnoxious that you get the impression you can't even breathe right without them getting envious. So people and their thin-skinned antics can get up out of here with that nonsense and go deal with their own insecurities. Sometimes your light will agitate people's demons because it will shine a light on areas of their life they are not really giving attention to, or they feel they're lacking something that they see in you. That's why discernment is really important to identify people around you that have that lack or scarcity mentality. You naturally being good at something, and you just may happen to be better at it than them, shouldn't evoke envy or jealousy. Everyone is naturally good at something more than others. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, but egomaniacs live in their own convoluted head. Somehow, they make your strengths their problem, and then they try to take it out on you because they feel inadequate. So keep those people who are controlled by their ego, those egomaniacs who don't have the ability to reason, but always find a way to feel offended just by others' mere presence, at a distance. They don't want to look internally and work on themselves. Don't give these type of people too much of your time and energy. Discernment, discernment, discernment. They're too caught up in their own small-minded way of thinking, and you've got bigger plans. You can't entertain low vibrational energy like that. Who wants to tiptoe around someone and their paper-thin ego and feelings where they think everything revolves around them? You have to keep them where they're at, honey, and keep on moving forward. Keep it moving. I'll also include people that feel the need to put you down to feel better about themselves or smear your name and reputation to discredit you because they're jealous. Narcissists tend to do this. So if you've got any narcs in the family, they're just prone to be haters. So you have to take people like that with a grain of salt. Keep your eye on them from a distance, of course, and just focus on you and your goals. Don't let people get in your head or get in your way when you want to achieve your goals. And hey, if it propels your family legacy, your family bloodline to a new height that's never been achieved before, that's even better. Less is more when it comes to talking about your life goals and plans too soon, especially to the wrong people. There is a planning period, a preparation period, and a launch period. Even with the launch period, you don't really want to talk about things until you get to the success period, once you have something to show for it, once you have something to talk about. Don't let people block your vision and get in your way with their hate, especially when they don't have anything to dream about on their own. Like I mentioned before, you are the author of your life story, so make it an interesting one. Write your story, not his story, her story, but your story. I look forward to seeing and hearing what all of my fellow mystics out there create. So, that's all I have for today, everyone. Until next time, goodbye.